What is your opinion on the most downloaded mods, and is the team planning to adopt some of them since they're such a good additions? So yeah, like some of the mods, most of the mods that are worked on are things that we've probably intended to have at the game at some point. I don't remember what is the most downloaded mod right now. I believe it's the Area Actions mod, right? Or is it the Refined Power? Which one is the most downloaded mod right now? Because like there are certain mods that we're like, yeah, this is a good idea and this is something that we might add to the game. There are certain mods that like, this is a really good mod, but we'll never add this to the game. So like, there are like the Signs mod, for instance. That's something that we definitely going to add to the game at some point. The Area Actions mod, I don't know if we'll actually add that. Area Actions mod is number one. It's first of all, Area Actions mod is yeah, it deserves being number one. It's a really good mod. I mean, there are a lot of good mods. Honestly, every single mod I've seen have been really good. What was I going with this? Yeah, so like there are a bunch of mods that we see that we're like, this is a cool mod, and this is probably something that we might do, or like parts of the mod we might like add, but for the most part, you know, we've worked on this game for so long. We've like even before we announced Satisfactory, we worked on this game for like 4 years or something like that. So like there's not an abundance of ideas on our end as well, right? So a lot of mods that were implemented were like things that we thought like maybe we'll add this to the game, and then a mod was created for it, and we're like, huh, looks like we're on the right track, huh, fellas? And that's been the case for a lot of times. When I talk to our game director and our producer, they've said that there are many mods that like they haven't thought of before, but they're really happy that they exist, obviously. And like we'll see in the future what the future will bring, what kind of mods we will implement ourselves. But you know, even if we don't necessarily like take inspiration, like if okay, so even if there are mods that are like, this is a cool mod, but we already thought of it, you know, the implementation of the mod can, you know, really help us sometimes. We'll see the implementation they've done and be like, I like that aspect, but I don't like that aspect of it. So like, I believe Hypertubes is kind of like a product of what I just mentioned, where like we saw like some of the mods, like the elevator mod and the one other like teleport mod or something, which we also tried doing, but we didn't like it. Well, we saw that and we're like, there are issues with that mod, but we like the sentiment of the mod. What can we make out of that? And then I don't think that's necessarily how Hypertubes were born, but that's like a, you know, that's kind of how some of the mods have affected us. So, you know, the mods really help us, even if it's stuff that we don't plan to implement, or if it's stuff that we do plan to implement. It kind of helps us, you know, verify stuff that we hypothesize about. Some things we already tried, and we already know that, you know, this isn't something that we like, but if people dig it as a mod, then that's dope. Then just download that. For a long time, people were like asking us like, do you endorse mods? Do you like mods? Like, yeah, duh. Like the mods are so fucking cool. And we've always had mods, like the game's been implemented the way it has because we want to support mods. The way our save system works is like, it's a pain in the ass to work with, but it's been developed that way so that we can support mods and like the save editor and stuff like that. So yeah, long story short, we love mods, and some ideas for mods are stuff that we are intending to implement. Some ideas for mods are stuff that we might implement, but we don't know yet. Some ideas are stuff that we feel this is an awesome mod by itself, but not necessarily something that we'd add to the game.